just wanted to play that. I just wanted to play that. It goes with my title, to be honest with y'all. What's up, guys? It's your boy Anthony Fallon on the Sports Channel. And lately, I just been sitting back and just observing the team. That's why I haven't made a video. I didn't make one last weekend. Probably the last two, to be honest with you. I'm trying to remember. I just been wanting to sit back and just watch the team. You know, all that's going on has been going on all season. Players been in and out of the lineup, so it's not an excuse. The run game definitely has been a talking point. And the Cowboys is just like a hamster on wheels right now. They stuck. They had a rut. They stuck in the mud. But I don't know what's going on. So I have my thoughts on that. And you got this game coming up against the Washington Redskins. And in my prior videos, I told you this is one of the teams in the East that you're definitely going to have to watch out for. They've caught fire. And you should feel threatened. Threatened by the fact that it's a rival opponent. Stats is thrown out the window. And remember last year, and I know it's a totally different team. So we should have all the ammo, all the bulletin board material. Way that Antonio Gibson showed out on us, you know what I'm saying? Looked like the boys gave up on the run play after the dumbass one of the games with the fake punt situation. We were still in the game, like what the hell is he doing? But still, okay. Because I'm not even. I can go in a little bit. I'll actually, you know what? Wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the run game. And talking to Kellen Moore, the reason why you need a run game, particularly on the road. I know it sounds cliche, defense and a run game when you're on the road and late in the season. And here's the reason why people are pointing out the run game, in my opinion. Maybe that's not their reason why, but this is what I see. Put it like this. This is my opinion on why the run game is needed, as much as, you know, bringing balance to the offense, is that it gives Dak arm a rest. Dak shouldn't be throwing the ball 40-something times a damn game. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, only when needed to. And remember, he had that baseball injury on his shoulder blade, underneath it, something like that. He had that pulled muscle. So don't forget about that. You throwing the ball, you know, I'm going to say 30 plus times. 30 should be the max, to be honest with you. And getting Tony Pollard his touches. I understand Zeke will be in the game. But yeah, if you want to rest Zeke, then what you got a second and a third string for? Just play the two of them and limit Zeke snaps. And you just come up with a different scheme, because Pollard he can also catch. You can have him and Zeke in at the same time. It might take somebody else's spot on the out wide and stuff, but like Cedric Wilson or something, you know what I'm saying? They go on the four man, they do that 4-man set, or they do the 4x1. However, throw Pollard up in there and have Zeke in the background. That way you keep your pass protection, or your best pass protector, out of the running backs, and have one of your most dynamic and explosive players out on the field, and particularly in open field. You see what you can do with the kickoff return. You see what you can do on that sweep. Just give him some space. That's when he's most deadliest. Sure, he can go up the middle, but you gotta run scheme that shit. He's not Zeke. He's Pollard. So what I'm saying, all of this culminates into what the title is, in a sense, is like the little details of things that I notice as well, and other people are saying the same thing as far as getting the run game operated. But definitely it'll be a break. It'll be a break on the defense because time of possession, controlling the clock, and Dak Prescott, to where he don't have to throw it all the time. Run, play, action. So that's the issue for me, and the lack of running game. Just being able to control the clock, because trying to do it through passing, and that does still look a little hurt to me. But but I'm just saying, I'm gonna say it's more arm fatigue when you see him missing wide open wide receivers and stuff like that. I'll just say he's fatigued. He's throwing that ball around too much. It's a good way to get your numbers up, but being efficient at the same time and accurate. Because yards after catch. And this is something with Kellen Moore that I would really like to see. Everybody's been trying to hype this up in sports media about CeeDee Lamb being the #1 receiver. Or he's on his way, or he has arrived, however you want to put it. And that's the case, then put your most experienced wide receiver in the slot. The most consistent catcher on all routes. Put him in the slot. Along with Blake Jarwin, those two work in the middle. And leave Gallup and Lamb on the outside. It ain't even gotta be. It don't even have to be like that all the time. There just have to be some packages ran with Amari Cooper running out of the slot position. Matter of fact, I want to see Gallup do the same thing. To be honest with you, and when does Blake Jarwin come back? Because there's been a couple games where I thought we could have used his skill set. Especially when CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper was out. That's for sure. But yeah, now you see I got the picture of Mike McCarthy up. I just wanted to put something up there. Actually, this will be for an older video, but I had some issues, so I couldn't record like I wanted to. But I got that squared away. Yeah, he called the guarantee system. That's one of the topics, and I don't blame him. And you see, I had to hear the whole thing in its entirety, because at first I heard it, Mike McCarthy guaranteed victory. That's not his words verbatim, but he pretty much called the win. We're gonna go out there and win. That's what we're gonna do. But he also was like, every time I step out on the field, I want to win. So he just kind of played with it right there. So it wasn't like he just like, I'm guaranteed the victory. That's it. As they try to create that narrative. So did that. For real. Stop. These people just stop, man. We give them all the ammo. We give them as much ammo as possible for them to just nitpick every little thing. But my ultimate view, observation of the team as a whole, the Washington Redskins are playing better as a team on both sides of the ball with a nice run game. And D'Angelo Hall is right. Washington's defense in front with the Alabama boys, Allen and Payne and Ionitis. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're looking at our offensive line. They're gonna put them to the test and try to be as disruptive as possible. So we definitely gonna have to hold that. We're gonna have to hold that offensive line up and give Dak some time. Or Kellen Moore need to get out of his phone because I think people has figured him out. In a sense, they know his tendencies at least. And the best game he called so far was the New England Patriot game. It was methodical, very methodical on what he called with the Patriots, and that's what I want to see. But I want to see if this team, energy-wise, is ready to turn it up to make this playoff run. You know, I said this back during the bye week, going into the bye week. I said after coming out the bye week, y'all gonna have to start getting into playoff mode because we was at the point of our season where we faced the most experienced quarterbacks. We had Bridgewater, Matt Ryan, Patrick Mahomes, and Derek Carr, all back to back. And look at how that record turned out. Because it's time for y'all to turn the switch on and make this run. Make this run through the East. It's not going to be easy. All the games going to be tough. All your games been tough, and since playing the Denver Broncos, except the Atlanta game. Except that. But all those games have been tough. And we lost 3 of them. So, Dak, can you really elevate the team in this gameplay? Will everyone else step up and rise to your level then if you're there already? Because that's what we need to see. That's what we're waiting to see. That's what we want to see. And I think you guys will turn it on today. There's no better time than to turn it on today to set the tone for the rest of the season while we run through this AFC East. Absolutely. You have got to turn it on. You won't know what it's like to make it through the playoffs and to get to the championship if you don't turn it on, if you don't turn on your playoff mode right now. Did I say turn it up? Turn it on. If you don't turn on your playoff mode right now, it just, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that was kind of a tongue twister. Anyway. You got to turn it on. You have got to come out there playing on a whole nother level. You have got to break through. You have got to break through, and this is the reason why. Because then you'll understand how to play consistently that playoff rival type football going forward, going into next season, becoming a dominant team, potential dynasty. That's what I want to see out of my Cowboys. And you got the pieces in place, but do you have it in you? Do you have it in you? Or y'all gonna revert back to the same old Cowboys? Y'all are at the threshold right now. And people say, "Oh, we can split." No, you can't. You cannot split with Washington. Because what if Washington beats Philly Philly and the Giants. And then end up with the split between the two of y'all. Redskins got it because they beat Tampa Bay and the Raiders. When it comes down to that, your wins and losses, because y'all tied in the division. So we can't split. And because you feel threatened, the fact that these guys have gotten hot and can continue to steamroll, we see the Giants do this. I said this earlier this season. Is the bottom team. Well, they were the champions. They are still the champions until the regular season is over with. So you got to face the champs of the NFC East right now, and they're going to do anything to defend that. And they know their record don't show it. But as of late, they've been playing pretty good. Because when I was talking about that Cooper thing, Cooper being in the slot, that's what Washington does with Terry McLaurin. And you got Logan Thomas, both of them working in the middle, or cutting slants and stuff like that, out routes and stuff. But this is the time for you need to turn it on. And can you do it, Cowboys? And that's all I really have to say. This is your boy Anthony Fallon. It's on Sports Channel. Peace. I'm out.